Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and as Dallas Fan Expo was going on this weekend, with of course the Rippaverse being there, they're having their own booth set up, and you have fans coming out to get their books signed, buy more merchandise, meet the writers of the Rippaverse. You also had the other side of the weirdo internet, where they thought they were going to go out of their way to go harass Eric July simply for existing, simply for making comics, simply for having his own universe set up for people to enjoy. And they really thought they weren't just going to simply F-A-F-O, as in F around and find out. And it seems like multiple clowns F'd around and found out, because they really think they can walk up into a convention and think they're not going to get thrown out if they're going to simply go in there and harass a creator because reasons or opinions they don't like or things that they say. It makes absolutely no sense why we live in a society where absolute idiots think they can do things and think they're not going to see any consequences. And then they get mad when they see said consequences. And then they try to spin a narrative as if no one's going to call out their bullcrap lies. But this is going to be a long video, so hopefully everyone watching is going to be strapped in for this one. But I just want to point this out first before we get started. The Saints and Sinners #1 now has the hardcover available for pre-order in the collection right here. So get in on that if that's what you were doing. I was waiting for that specifically before I pre-ordered this because I'd rather have all the stories in a hardcover book. It's way better, easier to put on the shelf. So I'm going to now be ordering this later after this video goes live. But we'll start from the beginning, where young dip crap right here, or dipshit over here, wants to sit up here and say that he's going to pay people to essentially harass a creator because he knows he can't do it himself because he's an absolutely huge pussy and clearly couldn't pay up the money from his water sport corn with his autistic girlfriend that was groomed by one Juju the cow to go do it himself. So he says, I will pay you to go film a short video simply asking Eric July to say hi Comicsgate at this fan expo. I would pull up, but it is apparently legal for black guys to delete in Dallas, Texas now, and I don't want to be deleted by generic July yet. $410 prize, by the way, even though later on in the tweets you say you want to earn your passing, whether it's by Eric or somebody else, or you want one of you guys to pass away, I guess. You go on to say, Eric July has called the cops on Chris Bacon, and the cop calling snitch got told by the police that taking photos outside is legal, actually. It is open season to take pics or videos of the warehouse. So there wouldn't be a police report on the Baconator if he actually was able to do that. It's not a public place. You have to drive up to it, inside, behind a gate, on one side, or access it, I guess, from the street, even though they claimed there was never a gate, even though there was. And you can't just simply go to somebody's business and start just taking pictures and scoping it out. It could lead to you being shown as you're premeditating something, which you got a police report for a reason. Again, these guys do stupid crap, and they think they're not going to sit there and get some type of consequence or some type of thing happening to them because they do stupid crap. Update. Enlightened Fan wasn't there to delete this weirdo. So once again, a bunny got away with Eric's genitalia because, of course, they always want to talk about another man's junk for some weird reason in his bunny backpack. Man, these were two different hugs. It's like, yes, you're going to just continue to stalk somebody because reasons. Again, who cares? You're a weirdo, and clearly
I am chronically unhappy, loser.
You just have to remind people that the man is always going to be chronically unhappy. Tracked Eric July untagging himself. Yes, because when you tag somebody, nobody wants to get 1,000 notifications blowing up in their feed from a bunch of weirdos on the internet who think they can do whatever they want. The Bunny Battalion will pull up anytime, anywhere, because you guys are weird. You guys are absolutely weird individuals. You're chronically unhappy. You're miserable with your lives. You're trying to sit there and harass people in real life because they make comic books, because they said mean words you don't like, because you're absolutely devoid of any sort of meaning in your life. And young Clipper here goes, I can and will do both for the next couple of decades, dweeb. The Rippaverse will be long gone before I'm done mocking it. Okay, you're not exactly mocking anything when nobody cares about your mockery. You're the same dummy that goes around still purchasing said product and saying that it'll be dead long and gone long before you're done mocking it, even though you continue to support said thing that you want long gone. So it just makes you look stupid when you're purchasing the product, but you want it gone. You're just like every other dummy who wants it to be gone, but then you continue to buy the product. He goes on to say, if I go to jail, there are a growing number of bunnies to replace me. I will win. There is nothing you can do. Yes, just more people. You're explicitly saying there are more people that are going to harass somebody in real life because you disagree with their opinions or disagree with the fact that they're just simply making a living for themselves. Yeah, definitely. This hashtag Rippaverse thug, Brandon Taylor's a real tough guy when a short, fat woman is around to protect him. You are literally acting like a short, fat woman right now as you're doing all this nonsense, paying people to go harass someone. If you want to see the video, tune into this terrible podcast behind a paywall. Yeah, okay, because that's definitely going to sell subscriptions. This is like those OF girls that they post something that's supposed to get your attention and then they try to send you over to their OF account. This is exactly what this type of loser is. He's one of those like famous, not so famous actually, OF girls who does a stupid thing and then tries to bring you over to their OF account. Except in this case, it's a trash podcast by a trash host who groomed a 17-year-old autistic chick. It's gotta be stressful being the two biggest B words at Dallas Fan Expo. Is the hashtag Rippaverse having fun yet? Yes, they're absolutely having fun. They're having fun with their fans. They're meeting new fans. They're signing books. They're taking pictures. They're doing things that you wish you could do in your life. Eric July is fat now, and Laser Eyes Brandon Taylor is balding. Wow, because aging is definitely not a thing. Bro, you are the size of a house. Let's be real here. You couldn't even finish walking up that hill if you tried. You were out of breath as your autistic girlfriend was handing you candy because you thought you could walk up a hill and then eat candy afterwards and acted like you were going to lose some type of weight. Let's be real now. Caught you looking, as you're not there. The saga of our lives will not end until you get your apology. Well, you're going to be waiting till you're practically in the grave 6 feet under before you ever get that apology. Same thing with Baconator and Schizo Weirdo over here. None of that's gonna ever happen. Pretending to ignore it won't make it go away. Bought and paid for security or authority won't save you from honesty. Yes, because there's always security at conventions. I can tell you guys never go to conventions. You don't know absolutely anything about conventions. You never know what the heck you're talking about. You just talk out of your absolute ass and you think you're intelligent, but you're not. You go on to say, I hate Eric July more than anything or anyone else on earth, and so I will chronicle him until a passing, his or mine. Doesn't matter to me. For the record, I don't think too highly of the rest of you freaks either. Nobody thinks highly of you. Everyone just sees you as a water sport choreographer who is having relations with a groomed autistic chick. Not really an accomplishment in life.
I am chronically unhappy, loser.
Just as a quick reminder, you will apologize to all of us, Eric, and stop stealing Sharpies, even though the weirdo police report was saying that Brandon stole it. Let's listen to the video.
Uh-oh, Eric. Uh-oh, I'm at home base, buddy. Uh-oh, what are you gonna do, Eric? Eric, I came back to the Rippaverse. You see this Rippaverse publishing? Eric, I'm not crossing the line. I didn't cross the no parking line. But Eric, I'm here, buddy. You can't escape the Bunny Battalion, Eric. We will pull up. I will pull up to Rippaverse Publishing, the rape ban, the Saska Sisters rape ban. Eric, you can't stop me, bud. I am the Bunny Man, Eric. And you cannot stop me. You can call all the security you want. Guess what, bitch? I already called Plano PD. They're on their way. Can you hear them, Eric? I already called them. I filed a police report on myself, and you're a bitch. You can't do anything about it, Eric. You can't even go to the cops, because I already called them. Look, Eric, I'm not doing anything illegal, bud, okay? Eric,
You're filming a business. You literally can't do that. It's illegal.
You just can't beat me. You can't beat me. You can't beat Riley. And we're owed an apology. And Eric...
You got thrown out of a convention, so yeah, you technically got beat by Eric July.
Don't forget, buddy, you stole a Sharpie. Eric, you stole a Sharpie from...
the claim was that Brandon Taylor stole the Sharpie, which, if you're really complaining about a 50-cent marker, you are absolutely a brokey.
Chris, okay? And we're gonna get it back. You're either gonna pay us or we're getting that Sharpie back. And you stole the fucking folder that the police report was in, and you stole the police report!
You literally have zero proof that you've presented so far.
The only black man who would steal his own police report. How could you do this, Eric? And laser eyes, I'll be getting an apology.
Once again, if you're gonna do stupid things, you're gonna win stupid prizes.
Apology from you too. You can't stop us, bitch. The Bunny Battalion will pull up whenever, wherever, Eric. You can't stop us.
Okay, cool. We're just gonna have it all recorded for YouTube, so you can never hide it. Leaving bunny stickers at the Rippaverse warehouse, $41. Sending Skizzle Sean to Dallas Fan Expo, $410. Because, again, you have nothing better to do with your life. You could simply use that money to possibly get your own house, but you decide to pay some weirdo to show up to some place that they don't belong and harass somebody. This Comicsgate meme is absolute trash. The Clipperverse wins yet again. The meme doesn't make sense because this isn't how many books were sold, and this, again, leftists can't meme. Let's just keep it real. Leftists can't meme. But then you go out of your way to deliberately go buy ISOM number 3, and then you deliberately lie about how it showed up to your house. And I say, when you have to deliberately go out of your way to lie about someone's business, you end up looking stupid. Shout out to John Douglas for calling out the bullcrap. So what did John Douglas do? Let's find out. Says lying ass YouTuber and known retard lies through his effing teeth to make it seem like Rippaverse puts comics straight into FedEx envelopes. They come in comic mailers. You have to go out of your way to damage these comics in this box. Caught you lying in 4K, Riley. And then you have idiots like B.A. Turner who don't buy anything, who is the same guy that says Eric doesn't deserve his success because he didn't go through the ringer, he didn't go through the steps, and he's not deserving of support because he didn't go through those steps. They didn't use a box or comic mailer, just a thin FedEx mailer. Yep, maybe because I put my name as Isom Knox. Yes, he put his name as literally Isom Knox, which is the great-great-great-grandfather of Eric July. And had it sent to my actual address, I taunt them still. They suck at everything they do, and they don't care if you stand in line politely, like this weirdo clown, or if you're a paying customer of the books. So yes, you can see it right there. It says to Isom Knox. You can see the address from where it comes from. Thanks for the quick shipping, but this packaging is damaged and the comic and it sucks. You guys only get worse at everything. And it's absolutely hilarious how, as of me recording this video, you're putting out pages of the book on your Twitter account, so somehow you think the book sucks, yet you're still reading it right now as I'm making this video. So here's a picture of how it came to John Douglas. You can see it right there being in a comic mailer. They put it in a Gemini comic mailer, and that's how you receive it. So this is why, if you are going to sit there and deliberately lie, people are going to constantly call you out on your absolute nonsense. And if you think you're going to sit there and not get called out, you got another thing coming. Then we have old Baconator Mr. Bacon fakes being civil after stalking Eric July in the Rippaverse, accusing the Saskas of promoting underage grape, trying to sue Rippaverse fans, including myself, and then stalking and threatening other Rippaverse collaborators like Matt Barr. Fake marriage, fake MBA, fake sincerity, actual narcissist, actually F's spicy workers. So he posted this after going to Dallas Fan Expo. The same guy who went to the Dallas Fan Expo to get Eric July to sign what he considered a fake police report, even though he showed up to the warehouse and then he won his stupid prize. Final thoughts on the Dallas Fan Expo. Say what you want about the Saskas, at least they seem genuinely nice. Alex, good on you for exchanging a brief pleasantry and leaving me be. NDA Andrew, thank you for ensuring I was able to stay and get my ISOM 2, signed by Eric. Brandon, you owe me a manila folder and a Sharpie. So you got one dummy saying that Eric stole the Sharpie, and then you got another person saying that Brandon stole the Sharpie. So you guys are acting like collaborators, and then you can't even keep the story straight. You can hold on to a police report. Eric, it's always great to see you. No reason we can't be civil. Yes, the same guy who, again, went to go take his photo with the Saska sisters, and then said that the Rippaverse supports debauchery not too long ago, and then the same guy who literally went to the warehouse and then got your police report because you decided to show up just because you thought you could do it while posting Google Earth. So this fake garbage that you're putting out is funny as heck. And then you're sitting here saying, so yeah, Bunny Man got tossed out of the expo. Yes, because he literally went to an expo to go harass an individual for no real reason. There was no guilt by association. They absolutely knew who I was and didn't try to have me tossed as well. Alex approached me and said, thanks for the St. Jude donation regardless of what's happened. Eric signed my book while pretending he didn't recognize me, and when I asked Eric to also sign the police report, Brandon took it and walked away with it. He also took my Sharpie. So again, they can't keep the story together because they're absolutely dumb. All said, great day at the Dallas Fan Expo, Rip Bunny Man. So again, if you're going to go to an event like a convention and you think you're going to do the things you do, like harass a creator, you are going to get thrown out because there are security literally everywhere. Has nothing to do with Eric paying anybody. They have zero proof that it happened, which I guarantee he did pay people. The conventions always have security around for dummies like that guy. And then you file the police report to get back your police report, your manila folder, and your Sharpie because you're that broke of an individual that you're filing a police report for a piece of paper that probably cost you 20 cents, a Sharpie that probably cost you 50 cents, and a folder that cost you probably 25 cents. So you're that much of a brokey that you literally went to the police to file a police report to get back another police report, a folder, and a Sharpie. It says it right down here. 1 copy of a police report, a folder, and a Sharpie. At the Dallas Fan Expo on May 31st, 2025, I went to the Rippaverse Comics booth and requested that the business owner, Eric July, sign a copy of a police report that was issued by employee Brandon Taylor to the Plano PD that contained falsified information. You showed up to the warehouse where you don't belong. When I asked Mr. July to sign the report, he briefly looked at the police report and his employee Brandon Taylor, then took away my copy of the police report. So it's a copy of the police report, so your police report's literally worth nothing. My folder, my Sharpie pen, and walked away with it without saying anything to me and then did not offer to return it. To avoid causing a scene at the Fan Expo, I left the event and am filing a police report in an effort to recover my stolen property. Brandon Taylor works for the Rippaverse Publishing at whatever address. So you look like an absolute pussy for filing a police report for, what, $1, maybe $1.50 worth of merchandise? Are you that broke, my guy? Like, what are we doing, bro? But on the other side of all of that, minus all the effery from these clowns, you had the Saska sisters talking about how they had a wicked weekend, the best fans ever, and it ain't even close. Jesus Jones Jr. saying it was great seeing y'all. Again, picture with the Saska sisters. You had all elite Doug here. It was so cool meeting Eric July this weekend at the Dallas Fan Expo. He has so much positive energy and love for his fans, and he is such a genuine good dude. He really created something special with the Rippaverse. I'm proud of him for actually making it happen. So you have the picture here. Had to get Drunk 3PO to autograph his books. You have Cajun Corey with Jay David, Drunk 3PO, the creator and writer of Achromatic Chronicles. You also have Nick Weiser with Eric July at the Rippaverse booth. You have the Aaron Sparrow from Thinking Critical with the quote-unquote birthday clown Gary from Neurotic, who is now going to be a new creator from Ripascend. So look out for that if you are interested in that. You have the Neurotic crew over there with Max Fieldvarn Presley. You got Quarter Black Garrett, Nick Weiser, Neurotic. You have Sean, I think his name's Sean from Think Before You Sleep. My Nerdy Home. I don't know who that guy is. I think that's X-Wing. I don't really watch that podcast. You have Rex Moss, fun of the Rippaverse booth, Yaira, 2 Saskas, Eric July, and Jay David, Neurotic, Carol Brown, Andrew, and Brandon were also present, but off camera. A bunch of Yaira merch, a bunch of Blood Roof merch, all there ready and waiting for the Saskas to sign. Got to meet some wonderful people today. What a first experience. The Saska sisters, Eric July, Jay David, and Nerdrotic. Rippaverse, awesome to meet everyone. Keep up the awesome work and stories. Again, picture with the Saska sisters. You got Maldi. Well, I forgot to film a lot. Tends to happen when you're having fun, talking to some of the best people out there. Vlog-esque video coming in the next 2 days. More like a short recap. TLDR, best women in the business of hugs and horror. Zach Todd, got to meet the Twisted Twins at the Rippaverse booth. Such lovely ladies and so kind. Meeting them and getting Yaira and Blood Roof signed was 99% of the reason I came to Dallas Fan Expo. Rippa staff are so great too. Then you had Joey Knight here, coming back from the Fan Expo and got a lot of stuff autographed. The Sasuke sisters were true gems of people and exceeded all expectations. Eric was great as always and continues to deliver on all aspects. So you got the Ripazines, you got Isum 2. I'm guessing Carol Brown probably signed Ripazine number 3. Got Yaira 1 and 2, Bloodroof, Black Widow, and all that good stuff. You also had, of course, Carol Brown there. Like I said, signing her Ripazine number 3. I don't know if that's copyrighted music, so I'm just going to skip through it. So you got Carol signing Ripazine number 3 because she did do the story for Dirty Deeds, which was absolutely awesome. Can't wait to get some more of that. And you have Eric saying, meeting families that are fans of the Rippaverse never gets old. Hearing their stories is humbling and it's still surreal that we are here. Praise the Lord for all the blessings. So you can see, different, multiple generations of fans. And then you had Prudent Care, who won a contest, a raffle they were having for a book pack with pretty much everything. I believe this is stuff that he purchased. And then he got Ripazine, looks like Ripazine 1 and 2, Isum 1, 2, 3, Alpha Core 1, Yara 1, 2, The Horseman Welcome to Flores Park. There's an error there. There's an error there. Bloodruth, The Great War Separation, and Gooding the Polymath. And then all this other stuff. Big Nisher and Isum 3, Ripazine 3, Ripazine 2, Collector's Edition, and then The Great War Separation, and it looks like an Isum hat. So, all fun going around, and you have Eric saying, that's a wrap for Fan Expo Dallas. Thanks to everybody that stopped by the Rippaverse booth. It's always great to chat face-to-face with the fans and fellow creators. We'll be seeing you all very soon. So, the amount of effery that was going on with these clowns that wanted to show up, harass the creator simply because they don't like him for whatever reason, whether it be opinions, whether it be the fact that he has people that actually like him, and these people want to sit there and be chronically unhappy. They want to be miserable in their lives and try to ruin the fun of everyone else having fun with indie comics. And as I always say, yes, I support things that are not the Rippaverse. I still need to read Super Plumber Sisters number 3, and I still need to read Bullet Assassin Living in a Fantasy World number 2, written by and created by Tyler Carpenter. So, at the end of the day, clowns are going to be clowns. It's absolutely hilarious how Eric definitely ignored this fool right here. We're just going to go through this clip because I forgot to do so.
As all you lovely people can see, I am at the Dallas Fan Expo, and we are going to be pulling up.
There's a bunch of cuts, by the way.
To Eric July.
So if you don't do what we're asking you to do very, very nicely, we're going to have the police escort you out.
Okay.
Yes, you are doing effery and you're finding out.
Start walking.
Go ahead.
Now this is the icing on the cake to wrap up this entire video.
Absolutely.
Eric, can you say hi to Comicsgate for me, buddy? Just ignore me. Oh my, Eric, I pulled up and you just ignored me, bud. Come on.
Bye. As you should be ignored, because you are an absolute clown. You are the entire circus, and all your little Bunny Battalion, you guys are the literal circus of the internet, of new CG, or what Comicsgate has become. Because this is the debauchery and the fuckery it has become. And this is why nobody should be messing or effing with you guys at all. Nobody should be with that at all. This is all bullcrap at the end of the day. It's all nonsense. It's all drama farming. It's all drama fueling nonsense for people to try to sell their trash Patreons for trash podcasts and trash shows. So keep up the good work, Eric July and everyone at the Rippaverse. This video goes out to you guys. Thank you all for checking out this video. Really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like the video, smash the like button, comment below if you feel well this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on the channel. Be sure to become a member for just $1 a month, or at least consider it. There's a join button down below this video. For just $1 a month, you get access to members-only content as well as live stream emojis during my live streams. Or either I'll talk about indie comics news or I'll be gaming. And if you can't spare the buck, that's okay too. I appreciate you for jumping in on the videos, watching them, jumping on the live streams, and hanging out. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.